Preserve It Frames with Cindi Bisson. How are you?
Very good,
Hi,
thank you.
Cindy.
And she has a really, really cute project for all you teen moms out there. And we're going to be using a lot of really cool three-dimensional projects. And it's a great way to frame those action shots you have from all the great different sports teams. And we're actually using AstroTurf.
Artificial turf.
I
Very
love that. I love
cool.
going to the big box, what do we call those things?
Home improvement stores.
Home improvement, thank you. Oh my God.
They sell it on big bolts.
Yeah, and then you go, like, can I have a foot? And they're like,
You want a foot?
Don't just give it to me.
But you buy the whole piece, and then you have it for lots of different
lots
projects.
of crafts.
It's perfect for soccer, baseball, golf, football, any kind of sports-themed project. It's just perfect. And what I love about the Preserve It frames is they come with this great 5-sided UV-safe plexiglass cube. And the cube really allows you to have so much space that you can layer your dimensional embellishments.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
really
use
fun.
things like the artificial
I
turf
love-
and wooden embellishments and chipboard.
And I'm all about 3D.
I am a lumpy, bumpy, textured kind of girl.
Yeah.
I love dimensional things.
So what is our first step?
The first thing I did was I sprayed the solid wood frame
Yeah.
with black spray paint.
Okay.
And it comes in,
It comes in natural or gold or silver. I'm using the natural, and I sprayed it with black paint.
Okay.
And I did actually use a textured paint because I am a texture junkie.
Right.
So it's just got a little bit of feel to it.
Very cool.
So then you have your plain black frame.
Okay.
I then used the acid and lignin-free mat that comes with the frame.
Yeah, because it's like a kit.
It's a kit. It all comes together.
4 pieces come together.
Comes together, and this is a safe, acid-free, lignin-free safe matting. I used this as my template to cut my AstroTurf. I just placed it on it and cut that to the right size.
So you get the right sizing.
Yes.
Because the frames aren't 12 by 12.
They're 15 by 15, so it allows you to have this great mat around
Yeah, that's really nice.
the project, where I might not want to use the AstroTurf directly on the layout right with my photo, but it's safe because it's behind so many layers.
So now you cut down all the paper, and how are you going to adhere the paper onto this turf?
Once I get my
Good
paper cut
question.
to the side I want, I have discovered that this E6000 adhesive or any similar adhesive of this type works. It
It works okay with the paper.
It seems to be fine with the paper. It's safe for
'cause I always use it
scrapbooking.
for beading and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it is safe for scrapbooking, and it works great. I've used it on photos and things like that, and it holds it in place because the regular liquid or tape adhesives,
It's not going to stick to
It
this
moves too
plastic, right? And then hot glue would probably melt it.
it melts
so,
the
yeah.
AstroTurf.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
and it
bad
would leave a
problem.
lumpy bumpy on your paper.
Yeah, that's not a lumpy bumpy that I do
Great.
like.
I would just like to say thank you for giving her new phrase of the week.
I like
I'm going
it
to have to hear that a
lumpy
million times.
She's a lumpy bumpy kind of girl too.
Oh yeah, more lumpies and bumpies. But anyway.
So I'm using this great paper from Scrap and Sports and More. This is from their new Reflections collection, and it's double-sided. The back side is black.
And they are featuring all different kinds of sports, right?
Yes.
It's not just baseball.
They have all different kinds of
Cool.
sports. They have rub-ons that go. It's a fantastic
awesome.
line of product.
Okay.
And this is also their paper. This is just the ball field. The back of it is this great text, and it shows up so beautifully against the green.
Okay.
So I've cut down this strip of paper, approximately 2 inches by 2.5. I've cut in, and then I've cut this smaller square, and I would just stagger it on there and use my E6000 to adhere it.
Okay.
I'm using a wooden, it's actually a wooden
wooden
baseball embellishment that I found in one of those local discount store chains. They had them in all different themes.
Oh, fun.
And I'm again using my E6000 to adhere that on here. And I love the depth already. You've got this great depth. For my photos, they are all action shots, so they're a little bit fuzzy, but it kind of adds to the fun of it.
Yeah.
I cut them to 3.5 by 3.5, and I'm arranging them on here, and it's almost like a baseball field. It's a baseball diamond in the way that I've arranged them.
Oh, that's a really cute idea.
And then you're just using that same paper again.
The same paper as the mat. I made
and
it
everything's just a 1/4 inch bigger than the
approximately
picture.
a 1/4 of an inch bigger than on photos, just to make mats. I inked the edges with a black ink pad, and then I arranged them on the page. The pen running.
And then the great thing too is when you're doing the black ink around the edge, it just gives it that little more, what did we
defines
learned,
it a little bit
so
more.
that it brings the attention in towards the photo.
And I did use
I
again
can
for
be talked, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
she's learning.
I picked things up, I know.
Just came out of her mouth.
See how good you're teaching her. I did, because I'm a lumpy, bumpy depth kind of girl, I did use foam dots to mount my photo to the final mat, so it gives you this great depth.
Good, and then you don't have to get messy with glue sticks.
And it just adds that other layer.
Cool.
Then I had a series of shots of my son Joseph batting.
Yay, Joe!
Go Joe! This was actually his first home run.
Oh, yeah!
And I caught it, and I was so excited.
That's
That's
exciting.
really cute.
And I wanted to add some more depth, yet also highlight the photos. So I made a series using slide mounts.
Okay, fun.
And I started with him at bat. I took the slide mount and mounted it to a scrap piece of the paper.
Okay. And you just cut and glued and
Just
trimmed
cut
it.
and glued it on.
Okay.
Yep, and then just cut out the template.
So it's a little mini frame,
It's a
Megan.
mini frame.
See, but I really like these because I like to do, like when I have really small pictures like that, or if even it's just like a big picture and you want to separate people out of it, this is good so then that way you're getting the same size on all of them. Because we all know I'm size and level challenged and
It's great for highlighting things like this photo has the baseball that's actually in action.
yeah.
You
And
just
if I
want the
wanted to,
ball.
I could frame the ball.
very cool.
So I placed the photo in.
Megan's scaring me today.
But well, okay,
She's
you
getting
shouldn't be
good.
scared because scrapbooking and like this is like my only arts and crafts thing.
Yeah,
If we
but
were
you're
talking
learning.
sewing, I would be cross-eyed right now.
But you're learning. You're learning.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay.
To add even more texture to our ball field, we have
Oh.
this piece of magic mesh cut
Okay.
approximately 2 by 2.
That stuff's great to use.
I love
too.
it. I love it. It's just that added bit of texture, and it gives you that feeling you want to touch it. And I layered my series of photos. And then again, this one I mounted with the foam dots
Okay.
on top, so it brings it up yet again.
Love 3D.
Yeah, I'm all about 3D. So once we have our layout with him hitting, and then here's him at each of the bases in sort of the baseball dime formation. For the lettering, I used chipboard. I was going to paint it, and I was looking for that baseball jersey hat kind of feel. So I decided
This is super cute.
That's a really good idea.
to wrap my letters in twill.
That's a great idea.
And to do that, these were self-adhesive, so I simply peeled off
Oh,
the
that
back
even makes it even more easy to do
and
that.
began to wrap it.
And then you just start
If
wrapping
you didn't,
around.
you could use a E6000 or similar adhesive and just wrapped. And just
Okay, you could do
continued.
that.
I could do it.
Just
You
continued
could do that,
wrapping.
yeah.
Yeah, just wrap
You
it
just
and
keep
make sure it
wrapping. You're
overlaps.
doing good. You know, she's wrapping that. I just do want to make a point on your little wood embellishment. My son Matthew just finished football. He's varsity, graduated from high school. And
Yes, he's 18 and single, ladies.
I actually photocopied Matthew's block, his chenille block, put it and scanned it on and color copied and reduced it down so you could mount that on foam core and actually use an embellishment from a Letterman jacket, too. So
yeah, the
that's
actual
kind of a
letter
cool.
with the dimension on the
Yeah,
letter
so
and embroidery would be
so-
fabulous.
Yeah, so thinking about doing other sports events, those are kinds of things that you can pull out to do something like
Letterman
this
jacket
too.
pieces, and if you
Yeah.
Or
goodness
if they have
forbid,
their jersey and that sort of thing.
you could use it as a background too.
Oh yeah, you could definitely use it
Use
as
the
a background.
jersey as a background and then layer up. So there's so
Well,
many
I'm
things.
telling you, I did that, and he took the whole frame apart to wear the jersey again. But well, that's another story, another time.
Someone's still bitter.
Whoops! So then I wanted to apply some rub-ons just for a little bit more fun. So I took the Scrap and Sports rub-ons and I cut one of the small baseballs. And this photo features Joseph throwing the ball, but the ball's not in the photo.
Okay, so you put the ball.
So
in the
I put the
photo.
ball extending off the photo onto the mat a little bit and just rubbed it on.
Okay.
And it brings the photo out and again adds to the fun element.
It does.
I rubbed on the home run down here
Okay.
because it was fitting. It was his first home run here.
Yeah.
So once my rub-ons were on, you've got the layers of depth, you've got your chipboard, wrapped chipboard in your wood, and you're ready to mount onto
Okay,
your frame.
great. So then I want to know, because we're not going to show everybody how to do this right now, but
I left out a step.
how did you attach this to the AstroTurf?
E6000.
So you use the E6000 to do this too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you're going to lay, this is done, you layer and you put your foam board underneath, right? I'm already learning this.
I added a strip of the blue ribbon along the bottom.
Oh,
I kind of tucked
okay.
it in behind. And I liked, when I do with the Preserve It frames, I like to bring my layout out onto the frame itself.
That's really, we're going to show that in just a minute. And so then after you had that, then this would go right over the
Just
top.
would go over the top,
And then your frame.
then the frame.
And mind you, these pieces are already mounted underneath.
And the frames come with the little mounting kits.
The mounting kits, and we've seen how to do that before on the show,
Yes.
so this will be really great, or this
Yes.
great tool
The points
too.
driver tool makes
It's a
it
great
really
tool.
quick and easy, but it is very doable with a screwdriver.
Excuse me, miss. Could you hand that finished frame to us?
Oh yeah, no problem. I would just like to show that I got my O halfway done. So this is the finished product.
the whole finished frame.
I'm going to block you here.
And what she's was just talking about was adding the extra ribbon actually on the layout, and then brought the
Extending
ribbon
it
out over the top of the frame, and then added these cute little brad embellishments.
Yeah, these little
which
brads and
added.
creative charms.
Very
I just
cute.
cut the backs off and I adhered those, and it just brings the whole thing
Yeah,
out.
It really
and that
does,
just,
and
this
it-
does a great job of making your 3D pop all the way.
It really does. And what a beautiful piece to hang in his bedroom.
Yeah,
He loves it.
Well,
Yeah,
Cindy,
yeah,
thank
it's
you so
beautiful.
much. This is really, really cute. Yay, Joe, on your home run. And yeah, so pretty much you can do this for any sport.
Any
It's a great idea. So thank you so much.
Thank
You know
you.
what we
Thank
say
you.
when creativity knocks.
Open the door.